Okay, so as I mentioned in the last clip that I did, I wanted to do a review on a book by John Lovell of Warrior Poet Society. Now, John Lovell primarily is a combat pistol shooting instructor, or firearms instructor I should say, defensive tactics instructor, teaches all elements of combatives in the US, and is very successful at doing it. Now, during this period of time where there's been a realization over the last 3+ years of just how fucking insane this simulation is, the only person within my field that has spoke anywhere near any close to how he possibly really feels, talking about what is truly going on in certain areas, is John Lovell. Now, he's got a huge platform, of course, so there's a big risk to anyone speaking out these days of getting deplatformed. This channel alone is, shadowed, and it doesn't reach the amount of people that I would like it to reach. Nonetheless, I'm logging my views, which is therapeutic for me, has also gotten to the ears of some people, and has certainly attracted part of my tribe to me, so it's already served its purpose. But nonetheless, anyone that speaks out, speaks the truth, is getting shadow banned or put into the corner so that nobody can, share the word with the masses, so to speak. But John Lovell is the only person in my field that has had a voice and starting to speak out. And what you're starting to see now in the US, you're starting to see a shift in people, particularly retired veterans, retired police professionals or law enforcement officers, or just old school men that can see what's going on with society, can see how masculinity has just been completely almost eliminated, and can see where it's going. And John Lovell, like I said, is one of the few people, well, one of the only people other than me in my field that I know that has started to voice, and he started to do it with a degree of indignation, and rightly so. But his recent attempt to help the struggling young men of this world that are confused about where they stand in masculinity has been addressed in his excellent book, The Warrior Poet Way, A Guide to Living Free and Dying Well. I would highly recommend this book to anyone. I also recommend that you look at his YouTube channel and look at his stuff from a combative perspective if you have an interest in that, but also have a look from his philosophy perspective, because I think this guy is on the right page. And I'm about 3/4 of the way through the book. I haven't finished it yet, and I'd just like to give you some points from it without giving too much away, that I think are relatively poignant. So, notes from The Warrior Poet Way. He is a warrior. He is all warrior and all poet. Not one or the other, but both. To be anything less than both is incomplete. So this is what I talked about before when I talked about the concept of the grey Jedi, the warrior monk type of ethos. And, you have to know dark in order to protect light. You need to know bad in order to be able to deal with bad, so that you can protect those that you love. So Jordan Peterson has said it, a good man must be a dangerous man, and many people have said it. And this reiterates that point of the great Jedi, or in this case the warrior poet. The warrior poet is an antidote to a society that has forgotten what masculinity is. There's no denial there, right? The objective would be to create a values-based community, dedication to physical protection, the pursuit of truth, and living for a higher purpose. You must question immoral authority, trust instincts, and fight for what is right. Now, just that statement alone for me, sums up what this book is all about. the masses just follow blindly, doing what they're told as if they have no choice. And anybody who stands up to make a voice just gets met with the Stockholm syndrome of those protecting their captors. And yet they will complain in their downtime, or to their friends, or their friends on Facebook and everything else, but no one will stand and do anything. No one will question out loud, stand up and be counted. You must question. You must question a moral authority, trust your instincts and fight for what is right. Challenge evil, embrace what is good and fight to protect it. We are kind to those we love and fierce to those that deserve it. Amen to that. The best warriors love what they are fighting to protect. This is the kind of man that we need more of today. He sees danger and wonder almost everywhere he looks. He's willing to kill and be killed for what is right, and will protect the vulnerable at all costs. How do I grow into being more of a man I already know I should be? Someone needs to go first. Someone needs to say no. The all-forgotten word, that tiny little powerful word, no, followed by fuck you, I will not comply. But I digress. Someone needs to go first. Someone needs to say no to what's wrong with this world. To begin, it takes only an admission of where we fall short and a willingness to become better. We don't have to find the warrior within. He's been there all along, since your childhood. We just have to train him. It takes time to practice courage. It takes time and discipline. Find regular ways to make your soul, body and mind stronger. So understand that trilogy, that important trilogy, because that's what we are. We are a soul, body and mind. We are not just this mind that's programmed. We are not just this meat suit body that just follows and does what it's been programmed to do. We are a soul spark, having an experience, a human experience inside of this form. We are body, soul and mind. Find regular ways to make your soul, body and mind stronger. It's only through confronting difficulty and danger that we learn to adapt to the harshness of the world around us. One of the things I like about this book a lot is that after each chapter there's a practicum. So there's some practical advice or practical exercises to make you do just that, to make you shore up your weaklings, be it mind, body or spirit, to metaphorically strength train your mind, body and spirit in ways by forcing you to making yourself do things that are uncomfortable in order to grow within the discomfort. In order to make you that man that you know you are more capable of being. Hence, find regular ways to make your soul, body and mind stronger. It's only through confronting difficulty and danger that we learn to adapt to the harshness of the world around us. There's another quote that relates to courage now that I want to add from another book called Rays of Dawn by Dr. Thurman Fleet. Legendary book about healing. And this is what he says about courage. And I want to talk about it here because it's apt. Courage is the attribute of the soul that gives us strength, power and endurance to overcome and surmount obstacles, weakness, hardship, failure, loss, disappointment, crisis, any force, circumstance, condition, person or thing that tends to impede our progress or interfere with our well-being. Many types of courage find expression on every plane of our being, physical, mental and spiritual. Courage is closely associated with bravery, gallantry, valor and heroism. Bravery implies fearlessness in the face of danger, whereas courage may be shown in spite of fear. Gallantry is dashing courage. Valor defies danger, and heroism signifies self-denial and self-sacrifice in the face of danger. Heroism is a spontaneous act of extraordinary courage. I'm not going to give too much more away about this excellent book. You've got to get it for yourself. You've got to get it and you've got to read it and you've got to immerse yourself in it and you've got to apply it to elements of your life. I think it is part of the solution necessary to make whatever future generation prospect there is for men to remain the masculine protectors that they should be. So I'll leave you with this. Consider these two missions in life. 1, be as tough as nails, as ferocious a fighter as you can be, an absolute maniac or an absolute beast. 2, be as kind and loving as possible, a giant, so gentle that those you protect have no reason to fear you. Food for thought. A necessary perspective for future generations of young men that need to stand up with righteous indignation against all wrongdoing that's being done and turn this around. Peace.